Hello, hello. My name is Ori Krug, and today I want to share with you a story about how I broke all the rules in 2020 and still sustained a six-figure business as a dance movement therapist. And if you don't know me very well, I am the first dance movement therapist to build an online service-based six-figure business. And there are currently other amazing dance movement therapists now following me in my footsteps, but I had spent um, over $30,000 and lots of tears and energy and time making my business work for me and for all the amazing clients that I'm serving, that my team and I are serving. So I'm sharing this story with you today, not because I'm bragging. Well, probably am bragging a little bit. I think that's like inevitable, but that's not my intention. My intention is to show you what's possible because it is my passion to show other dance therapists for them to break through this idea that we can't make lots of money doing what we love. And I want to show you that actually we can make lots of money doing exactly what we love. So 2020, we don't really have to go into detail about how crazy this year has been, right? We've had well, I guess I'm going into detail. I'll just summarize. We've had a pandemic. There's been lots of social unrest and uncertainty. Personally, for me, I got pregnant and I had a baby, and I have a 3-month-old right now. And I kind of feel like there were so many rules about let's do this, let's do that. You need to do this in your business, right? Specifically for me, being pregnant and becoming a first-time mom, but also in the current climate. So I'm about 2 years into my business, and I kind of said F all of that. Like, I was so tired of following the rules, the strategy that is proven and all of this stuff. And if you're currently looking into building a business or you're trying to grow your business, you've probably come across the same thing. Like, there's so much advice out there, so much you should do this, so much don't do that, right? And if you're anything like me, first of all, it's so confusing and overwhelming because none of these people are dance therapists and they don't understand what it's like to be us in our field. And also, there's just so much conflicting strategy that it's like, what do I really do? It's overwhelming. So the first rule that I broke was I stopped working on my business in my first trimester because I was extremely exhausted. The surge of hormones got me so depressed to the point of being suicidal and considering quitting everything. And I was just like, I can't do this right now. And it was, I really needed a break. It's just, if you've ever been pregnant, if you're a mom, you might know what it's like to be in your first trimester, and it is hard. Along with that theme, the second rule that I broke was I was done posting on social media every day. My coaches up until that point were like, show up every day, twice a day, sell yourself every single day. That was so unaligned for me at that point. Maybe it used to work for me, but it was so not aligned anymore. I had already established my messaging, my marketing. I knew what I was doing. I had a business that worked and still works at the time. And I was like, it is so draining for me to do that. So, the rule is like, well, if you want a successful, thriving business, a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business, which I'm not there yet, you got to post on social media every day. You got to let people know you're selling. And I remember I actually posted in an entrepreneur group that I really liked. And I said, who here has a 6-figure business and does not post on social media every day? And I got some amazing answers. And I was like, all right, well, if they can do it, I can too, because this is no longer serving me. This is draining me. So I broke that rule, and I was like, I'm only going to post on social media when it feels aligned, when my soul is calling me to, not because I have to. So that looked like, for 2 weeks at a time, I might show up almost every day, or I showed up only once every, 6 to 7 days, or I disappeared for 2 weeks. And this was everything, coaches that I invested so much time and money and energy in would be like, you can't disappear. Like, what would that say to your audience? And there's, different situations where that might be true, but I just discovered that I actually brought in more clients, more flow, more money into my business when I only showed up aligned and in, a higher energy. The second rule that I broke is that the coach that I was working with at the time, she recommended, because we're in a pandemic, she didn't say lower the cost of your services. She said, create a service that is a lower cost, that still provides your clients the transformation that they want. So, she had said, a lot of people can't really pay much money right now. They're losing their jobs, yada, yada, yada. So true, right? But when I really listened to myself, I could not claim that I could help women heal trauma in a shorter halvesies program, right? Like, and there was nothing that felt aligned to me to offer like something shorter term. I think that was probably part of it. And also, I was just getting into my second trimester. My energy was just getting back. And I had no patience, or I just could not deal with even trying to think or trying to align myself to something smaller. So I stuck to my, my core services that are in the low to mid to high 4 figures. And I went ahead anyway, and I actually sold more in a shorter amount of time than maybe I would have if it wasn't a pandemic. So I really trusted my intuition there. And those who had all of a sudden extra time and space and still had the finances, or who I helped understand like how they could find the finances to do this work, they stepped forward and did it. And so that helped me reach and sustain 6 figures through the pandemic as well, which we're still going through right now. The third rule that I broke was that everyone who all the strategists who I was working with, business strategists, people who were supporting me emotionally in my business, they recommended to really take my maternity leave, set up my business so that once my baby is here, I wouldn't really have to do anything. And my business could just flow and work on its own. And I really liked that idea in theory, so I didn't object to it, and I was trying to work through it towards that as well. But what I found was once I had my babe, I took a little time off. I think I took a week off, 2 weeks off, where I totally didn't do anything work related besides jump in my Facebook group, which I just love and doesn't feel like work for me at all because it's such an amazing environment. I broke that rule. I didn't take maternity leave, really. I mean, I am super slowed down right now because I feed my baby like 7 to 8 times a day, and play with him as well. But I didn't take a full-on maternity leave, not really. And part of that was because, I had hired some people who didn't work out. And I didn't have all the staff that I was planning on having. But a bigger part of that was that that is what I wanted to do. That is what my soul called me to do. I am not good at just having, an identity. I don't know, I'm a first-time mom, so speaking from my 3 months experience, but I didn't want my entire identity to just be wrapped up in being a mom. I really loved my identity as a dance therapist and a business owner. And so I worked on some stuff throughout, throughout the first 3 months of being a mom. And actually, it was pretty amazing that I didn't even try. I didn't do ads. I didn't do any paid advertising or coaching or anything. And I still was able to earn almost just as much income, maybe the same. I don't know. I have a month left. So yeah, I'm trying to think, was there any other, those were the rules. Those were the rules that I broke. And it's just, the point of this is really not only to show you what's possible, but to let you know that you can follow all of the strategy out there, or you can invest, thousands and thousands of dollars with a business coach who's going to give you a strategy. But if you don't follow what's in your heart, what's in your soul, if you can't tune into your body to understand what is really aligned for you, then none of the strategy works. Your energy in your business and your emotional, the way that you show up emotionally is more important than anything else. If you're drained, or if you're pissed off that people aren't clicking like on your social media posts, or that people aren't buying into your program, they're going to feel that. That's really obvious. I can read people's social media posts and sense like, ooh, either something feels off, or there's like some kind of tension or negative energy here. And I'm sure you can see the same. People are going to see that. So it is so important for you to break the rules in whatever way you need in order to make your business thrive and feel good to you. Because that's another thing. I spent about 6 months or so having a thriving business when I was first starting out, but feeling like absolute crap because I was just following the rules. I was ignoring my own intuition. I was ignoring my own energetic, emotional, and physical needs. And yeah, I was bringing in money. I was bringing in clients. Things were going well, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I was exhausted, and I wasn't even enjoying my success. And to be honest, like, if you're not enjoying your success, what is the point? Because success to me is having financial freedom, is having the ability to spend more time with my family, with my husband, with my kid, to do more fun things that I don't have to question if there's enough money to do, right? But if I'm just miserable and burnt out and I can't enjoy any of that, then there's no point in being successful. So that is what I'm here to tell you today, is that when you are building a business, and a successful, thriving business, whether that's 6 figures for you too, or maybe it's a little bit less, maybe it's more, maybe you're going for 7 figures like me, you have to follow your heart. And you can have both. You can be happy and follow your soul and be 100% a dance movement therapist without sacrificing any of those values. You can be all those things and be rich, have a thriving, abundant, rich business. And if you want to talk more about how that can happen specifically for you, then I am offering a free 30-minute business strategy call for anyone who resonates with this, who is ready to really build and grow and have a thriving business, and wants to do it in a way that is aligned to them, that is going to respect their own needs. If that is you, then I want to invite you to take this call with me, because it is free, it's obligation free, and we can map out exactly how this can work for you. And then if it's a good fit, we can take those next steps together. And if it's not a good fit, then you still have some insight from this dance movement therapist who is doing it herself, who has trained other dance movement therapists to do the same as well. So depending on where you're watching, the link will be to the side, above or below. If you're listening to this in a podcast, it'll be in the show notes. And let's do this. Let's talk. Until next time, I hope that you know that you are capable of building the dance therapist business of your dreams. Bye.